The youths from different African countries participating in the summit has planted trees at Badingolo National Park, a step forward on environmental education on conservation. The game park wardens of Badingolo National Park, Major Butrus Simon, applaud the national initiative to promoting cooperation among institutions. He appeals to the African youths not to destroy the natural resources of any country.
And one of the challenges that I want our youth to take with them, so that at the end we need a solution. One of the challenges is that cutting of trees, charcoal making. Juba is all over. People used to come up to the park to cut trees and damage the habitat of the wildlife. So this is the real message that I want you to take with you, so that together we can do something. Together we can preserve this park for the coming generation.
Speaking on behalf of the Ministry of Environment and Forestry, the Acting Director General for Environmental Education and Information, Dorina Keji Zakaria, acknowledged the support of the Ministry of Wildlife. She encouraged the youths to participate in nature by acting responsibly.
Why we bring the youth to this park is one of our environmental education and conservation activities that we have planned in the ministry. Why the importance of environmental education is so that they know what is it that we have in the country, what are the abundant resources that we always talked of, and why do we always cry that we want to do conservation in the country. Afriyan is a youth group, and Afriyan has a bigger vision in terms of the youth effort or work that they do in this country. And one of the things that they are doing is they are into issues of youth entrepreneurship. They are into issues of environmental conservation. So when they came to the ministry and they presented their program and their vision to us, the ministry really felt excited because of the innovative ideas that they have. That is why we welcomed them and we said we will want to work with them. And working with the youth, I think, is one of the best things, because if you want to change people's attitude, you start with the youth and the school-going children. So the Minister of Environment have started with Afriyan, and we hope that other youth from all over South Sudan can come together and then have this kind of partnership with other government agencies, so that together we can, help to conserve these beautiful resources, or the abundant resources that we have in the country.
The president of African Youths and Adolescents Network on Population and Development, Afriyan South Sudan, Emmanuela Duatuka, appealed to the government to continue allowing youths to share ideas on environmental and natural resources aspect for nation building.
Today we are here at Badingilo National Park to capture the aspect of conservation and biodiversity, because that is one of the things that we have been talking about during the summit, and we are here to lively witness what actually biodiversity is. Together with the support from Ministry of Environment and Wildlife, we are able to come here to do some activities like tree planting, and also move around and see the beautiful nature of South Sudan, because as the government is trying to open up other possible ways of having revenues to the country, wildlife and tourism is also one of the things that they're looking at. So how can we ensure that we tell the world what South Sudan has? So this is one of the ways that we're using to show the world what South Sudan has. Apart from the concept of South Sudan being a war zone, I think this is the best way to exhibit what South Sudan has to the other part of the world, so that they know that we are not just about conflict, but there are also other beautiful things that can be seen and experienced within the country. So we see this is a very beautiful privilege, and we've also changed the narrative. As you could hear from some of the delegates, they said it's a very peaceful place with beautiful people. That means we are there. Apart from our basketball team changing the narrative, we are also within changing narratives to ensure that we expose the beautiful nature that South Sudan has to. Well, the challenges that the young people faced, not the South Sudanese young people, but the delegates, are mostly revolving around visa issues, on which I think the Undersecretary also addressed during his closing remarks of the summit, which because Africa, we need to have a free movement. Those are some of the recommendations that have.
Some of the youths across Africa expressed their view about being in South Sudan.
I think, although the government want us to, they only want to fund projects that have been registered, organizations that have been registered, NGOs that have been registered. I'll always advocate that they should also try to look into individuals who have done something like impact the community, who have brought changes to the community, maybe to fund their individual project, because it's not really easy to register an organization. The process is too lengthy. You spend a whole lot of money. So as a student, I cannot afford such like registering an organization. It's a whole lot of process, and the African youths are doing their best. The government too is doing their best, but I think it's not enough. We really need to have more international organizations, international conferences like these to enlighten each other, to learn from each other. Before coming to South Sudan, I was really skeptical. When I told my dad, he was like, no, you cannot travel to a war-like country. I thought like when dropping at the airport, I would just start seeing dead bodies. But to my greatest surprise, it was really warm and welcoming. The people went to the airport, picked us up, brought us to the hotel. Everything has been perfect, the food, and I'm enjoying it.
Let's be the change that we want. Let's also plant trees, because if we plant trees, we will reduce the global warming that is arising today.
Before coming to Juba, there are some perspectives that we hear. Like, I remember some of my friends asking me, like, so you are seriously going to South Sudan? What are you going to do there? Like, as if there are no people living here. So I just had to say, no, I need to go and see what is happening there so that I will come and tell you the truth that I have experienced. But fortunately, the people here, they are really nice. I'm enjoying like every moment, going for the nightlife, seeing the people during the daylight. Everything is just welcoming, the environment, though the weather is a bit hot, but we know we're expecting it. So everything is fine.
I'm happy to have attended in the Coordinator Youth Summit, which has been very important unto my life. Going back to Kenya, I carry few takeaways from years in South Sudan. First one is youth engagement. This will basically bring forward decisions which are doable and actionable, because we are fading the process of getting to involve people in decision making. I'm going to take a grassroots initiative more than I did, so that youth may get engaged into what we call green Africa, sustainable entrepreneurship and sustainability, as well as innovative ideas that will lead to clean Africa and the environment.
According to the official from the Ministry of Environment, tree planting at Badingolo National Park is part of the 100 million tree planting initiative of South Sudan in the next 10 years to restore the damage of climate change and wasteland.